This morning, pictures of a smiling Meghan Markle in Canada. The Duchess seen for the first time since last week's bombshell announcement that she and Prince Harry want to step back from their role as senior royals. Meghan boarding a seaplane, apparently on her way to a women's centre in Vancouver. The centre posting this picture of the Duchess of Sussex on social media. Look who we had tea with today. Harry and Meghan said they wanted to continue with their charity work when they posted their own Declaration of Independence. But it's still not clear how royal duty will fit into their new lives. While future King Prince William and the Duchess of Cambridge, Kate, are back on royal duties today, behind the scenes, royal aides work on rewriting the royal rulebook for Harry and Meghan. Almost half of Brits surveyed support Harry and Meghan's independence bid, but the majority don't think they should get public money or have taxpayers foot their security bill.
The media has been unrelenting, so for them, I think it's just fair enough that they are at least protecting themselves by taking time off.
I think it's going to be very difficult for those two, very, very difficult, I think, because they've got to be careful how they step, what they do.
Difficult for the Queen, too, keeping the couple and the country happy. If she strips them of their titles, it could bring back bad memories of Harry's mother, Princess Diana, and her treatment by the royal family. Let them keep the titles, and they could be viewed as using the monarchy to boost their brand and make money. Harry's cousins, Princess Beatrice and Eugenie, were stripped of their police protection years ago because of concerns about spending too much taxpayer funds. Doing the same with Harry and Meghan could be seen as putting them at risk, like Diana, who didn't have police protection when she died. And this morning, a new distraction for Meghan and Harry. The tabloid Meghan is suing over reports about her relationship with her dad, Thomas Markle, said in court papers they'll be calling him as a key witness, using text messages between Thomas Markle, Harry, and Meghan in their defense. And Prince Harry will actually face at least some members of the British press for the first time since that announcement last week. When he attends a royal engagement tomorrow, it's a rugby league event, and it's being held here at Buckingham Palace. Guys?
All right, Kelly Cobiella for us there at Buckingham Palace. Thanks, Kel.
We are joined now by Tina Brown, author of the best-selling book, The Diana Chronicles. Tina, good morning.
Good morning.
We've been waiting to hear from you. I said in that order, the Queen, and then we got to hear from Tina. But, I mean, honestly, what can the Queen do at this point? I mean, isn't it all over but the shouting in terms of the results?
She is desperately trying to find some way to keep the doors open for Harry, because I think she feels life is long. She's a big believer in let cool heads prevail. So I think she really wants to keep that door open. So
not alienate him.
Not alienate him, because who knows, this could be like a year's kind of experimental thing. Yeah. And then he's going to want to come back into the royal family. So I think she really does want to keep it open for him, because he's a big asset. You know, I mean, Harry is the second most popular person after the Queen in the royal family. He's attractive. He's a vet, and they were actually excited about Meghan. I mean, it seemed like here she was, this with star power. These two were going to really be this massive asset, bumping up the glamour of the royal family and doing the work.
And the Queen and Prince Harry are so incredibly close. The idea that she would just strip him of his title, is that a non-starter?
She does not want to do that. I mean, for a start, it's very different from Diana. People say, well, Diana was stripped of her title. She was the divorced, she was the ex-wife of the heir. You can't divorce Harry out of the family. I mean, he is a blood prince. He's going to be royal, whatever you do, title or not. So they don't want to take his title away from him. And I don't think, unless he wishes to renounce it. But they are on a very difficult course right now, because if they said, we're going to go, we're done, we really want to have a part-time royal situation, we want a private life, and went off and lived in a cottage in Dorset, that people could sort of understand and relate to. It's going to be very difficult, though, to be a part-time royal family and part-time huge global celebrity with a humanitarian causes, because you're asking for coverage of that.
She already did a photo op yesterday.
And so that is a part, I think, that's going to be very, very difficult and very distracting.
What did you make of that photo op, by the way? She walked out the day after that big to-do.
Well, she looks very happy, I will say. She looks like she's extremely happy. One thing I will say is that, everyone thinks this is like Meghan has got what Meghan wants. I actually do think that Prince Harry really wanted out, too. I really do.
You said you've been unhappy for a while.
Yeah, I think that Harry, I know that Harry's been a very unhappy man ever since he came out of the army.
Why?
He has felt that he's this big alpha guy and doesn't really have, a place to land. And what's happened, of course, now is that Prince William and Prince Charles, you've got two heirs. You've actually got, it's very crowded at the top right now. And we're in the twilight of the Queen's reign, let's face it. I mean, she's not going to go on forever. And they're on this really accelerated flight path now to, get ready to be the King and the Prince of Wales.
A week before this all happened, the palace released that picture of the heirs. It had Queen, then Charles, then William, and then George.
Yeah. Yes.
Do you think that rubbed Harry the wrong way?
I do. I think he felt I'm being edited out. And, I think that he didn't mind that very much. And I think she also minded it. And so I think his feeling has been, look, I'm being edited out. I therefore want out.
Yeah.
So whether he's misread it or not, I mean, the truth is that when you are in the royal family, when you join the royal family, you're an ensemble player. Everyone is supposed to be an ensemble player. You're all there to just support one person. There's only one monarch, and you're there as the backup troop. And you're supposed to be deployed to do all these different royal things. I mean, this year, Meghan and Harry were expected to do 200 royal appearances, all over the place. And these are sort of like opening, hospitals in Guildford. And I mean, they're not super glamorous Commonwealth tours, a lot of them. A lot of them are really meat and potatoes, showing the flag, PR events. And I think that for Meghan, who is, has a big celebrity karma of her own, I mean, I think she just found that a waste of herself as an asset.
Tina Brown. Always good to talk to you about these matters. Thank you so much.
Tina.
Appreciate it.